Hey guys, so I have another video. As you can see, I'm just laying in bed shirtless. This is once again every single video I'm gonna stress this because I don't want someone commenting like, "Why is this so low effort?" or something. I am using this as a video essay outlet to share my thoughts and to help me to be able to break stuff down without having to talk to someone specifically. As you can see, I even have acne cream on my zit because I am so low care. So I kind of want to I like to compare things, right? So I think that's a good example for right now. Like, just care less, just be stoic. My happiest times in life were when I was stoic or times where I was very successful. So I understand the urge, if you're not where you should be, to care a lot about it. You need to care less about where you're at and just focus on your goals. Focus on what you're trying to get to and do your best to not think about the past because you can't change the past. All you can do is learn from it and try to improve, you know. So, um the example that I want to give guys is phones. Phones are terrible. Obviously, right now I'm using a phone. I'm taking a video on a phone to say that phones are terrible. The whole cliche thing of like, like get off your phone really has always been true. All these times where times may have not been perfect, but we're trying to escape the better times in front of us to text these people that, in the grand scheme, most of the time are not very important to our overall lives. So some people get really lucky and they meet an awesome girl and an awesome guy or someone really great from doing something kind of antisocial like texting. But for the most of us, I think it really just holds us back from trying to have more opportunities and from really getting out there and just meeting people the very best that we can. So, I just kind of want to break this down. I very often feel like I need to talk to someone. I feel like, oh, I'm going through a lot of stuff. Let me call this hotline and talk to someone. I do not want to tell you that it is bad to ever call a hotline. To be clear, I'm calling like a warm line or something. Sometimes I've called the suicide line, but I'm not actually suicidal. I'm just calling it to chat. But realistically, guys, these sources can be good. Do you know what's better? I really want to get real, very real right now. We all have our own experience. We all have our own specific life that we are going through that no one else can compare to. Back when I didn't have as much experience, when I would hear that, my brain would default to people are just trying to gain pity and also give no option for someone to understand their situation so they can always say something like, oh, it's hard, like you wouldn't understand or whatever. But it is factual. No two people are the same. Some people may have similar routes that they've been on, but they're not going to be the same people. There's no one size fits all. There's no 100% factual thing that I can tell you that will be best based on who you are because I do not fully know you. What I do know about this life is when we are able to lock in on just ourselves. Basically, all of that was for me to say. It's nice to have friends, but if you don't have close friends and you're seeking talking about this stuff with other people, and even if you have close friends, like we just need some time where we only think about it with ourselves. We need that self-reflection. And if you're really struggling like me with having like relationships and friendships, you just need to focus on yourself. You need to treat yourself like your boyfriend or girlfriend. You need to have a dedication, have an understanding to yourself, and don't have a need for other people to understand you. I know as humans, we have a natural urge to be understood and to have friends and to be social. Um, it is very powerful to resist those urges and to just handle shit like a baller. I used to be one of those people that would kind of say, I don't really talk about stuff very much. And some people will tell you that that's bad, but I think a lot of the time it can be good. And the example that I can give, guys, is back in high school, I would see girls that are sitting outside talking with their girlfriend, crying or complaining about some guy, and like they would just do the same thing over and over again. Like they were crying about this guy, but they wouldn't change anything. They would either keep trying to get the like with that same guy, or they would keep making the same mistake and keep dating similar men. Um, and that's the best example that I can give for pointlessly talking about stuff, because action is the only thing that changes things, boys. Like, that's the only thing that's made me really happy in life, is when I've locked in on stuff and I've seen my potential, I've seen who I can really be. And that's what makes me really sad when I think about life, is thinking about how these times where I saw such great, like, opportunity and potential for my future. And now I'm obviously not where I want to be. I'm sitting here making videos on YouTube talking about life. Not that everyone that does that is not where they want to be, but I am not. Um, so, guys, I just want to end this. I know that I ramble. I know I have ADHD and I sit here, blah, 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 blah. I want to end this on a very specific note. Do your best to live your life. And when you have struggle, don't talk about it with other people. Same with when you have success. Build yourself with yourself. It's okay to talk to people sometimes about stuff, but understand the value. Understand that, like, okay, it's a bad example, guys. Please don't take this example. Porn can be the same thing as talking to a girl on your phone and trying to get attention. You have the answer right in front of you, and you can do it by yourself. I'm not saying that porn's a good thing. I'm not saying that's necessarily a good long term, but I'm saying that people like me sitting here wasting time talking to random girls seeking interaction, when interaction does literally nothing for our grand scheme, and it's just an instant pleasure. Drop our instant pleasures the best we can so that we can focus on our goals. If we have too many distractions, we cannot focus on the light in front of us. If there are too many smoke and mirrors, too many things that are obscuring what we really want to focus on, we're not going to be able to tap into our potential. And it's something that just gets worse and worse as you get older. It gets harder and harder to drop these things that we rely on to make us feel safe and to really focus, because we've relied on this shit for so long. I have relied on my phone, on pornography, on video games, on marijuana for so long that it has killed many opportunities for me and has left me feeling skinny, shaken, weak, and broken. Um, so, guys, I just want to say we can do it, and thank you for listening. If anyone does, I appreciate you.